Neanderthals were stronger than us. Their brains were bigger than ours. They survived brutal ice ages. So why are we here? And they are not? This will change how you think about intelligence. Humanity has been terrifyingly close to extinction before. Not just once, not just twice. The story of the Neanderthals is one of those moments, a chilling reminder of how fragile our existence really is. And here's the first thing you need to get straight. They weren't primitive brutes. They were people. So, who are the Neanderthals? For over 300,000 years, they were the dominant human species across Europe and Western Asia. They hunted massive animals like mammoths and woolly rhinos. They endured freezing climates that would make us shiver just thinking about them. And they crafted complex stone tools with impressive skill. Let's be clear, this is definitely not the grunting caveman stereotype you see in cartoons. These were sophisticated, resilient people. Now, prepare for a shock. If your ancestry is from anywhere outside of Africa, you carry between 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA right now. Yes, you heard that right. They didn't just vanish into thin air. In a way, they became part of us. The story isn't one of simple extinction. It's a story of absorption, of interbreeding, a story where their legacy lives on inside billions of people today. Let's talk about the brain. Neanderthal brains were, on average, slightly larger than ours. But here's a critical twist. Bigger doesn't always mean better. Think of it like having a powerful computer, a massive hard drive, but it's running old, clunky, inefficient software. Our Homo sapiens ancestors might have had slightly smaller brains, but it seems they were wired differently, organized for a different kind of processing. So, could they speak? The evidence is fascinating. Genetic analysis shows they possess the FOXP2 gene, which is crucial for the development of speech and language in modern humans. Their anatomy, specifically the hyoid bone in the neck which supports the tongue, was virtually identical to ours. This strongly suggests they had the physical capacity for complex vocalizations. They didn't just grunt. They communicated. They likely had conversations, passed down knowledge, and told stories around the fire. And their world was filled with more than just survival. They created advanced, specialized tools for different tasks, from hunting to preparing hides. They used fire with incredible skill, not just for warmth and cooking, but likely for crafting tools and clearing landscapes. They even manufactured pigments like ochre, which they may have used for body paint or other symbolic expressions. And here's the most powerful clue. They intentionally buried their dead, sometimes even with grave goods. That's not just a survival instinct. That's culture. That's ritual. That's a sign of abstract thought, of caring for one another, and of contemplating a world beyond the immediate. So, what went wrong? If they were so smart, so strong, so advanced, why did they disappear? The answer, in one word, is flexibility. Neanderthals were specialists. They were masters of a particular environment, hunting large game in cold climates. Homo sapiens, our ancestors, were generalists. We were the Swiss Army knife of the prehistoric world. They were the master craftsman's finely tuned chisel. The chisel is perfect for its one job, but useless when you need a screwdriver. And then the world started changing. Fast. The late Pleistocene was a period of rapid, chaotic climate shifts. Glaciers advanced and retreated, forests turned into grasslands, and grasslands turned into tundra, all within a few generations. For specialists like the Neanderthals, whose entire way of life was built around a specific set of resources, these changes were catastrophic. Their primary food sources migrated or vanished. Our ancestors, the generalists, were better equipped to cope. If the mammoths disappeared, we'd hunt rabbits or fish or gather more plants. We changed our diets, our tools, and our strategies far more quickly, but it wasn't just about food. Our social networks were different. Evidence suggests Homo sapiens formed larger, more spread out social groups. This created vast networks for trade, not just of goods like high-quality stone, but of ideas. A new tool-making technique or a new hunting strategy discovered by one group could rapidly spread across this network. Ideas spread faster than muscles. You could almost call it the original social media, a network that allowed our entire species to learn and adapt collectively, not just as isolated bands. So let's bring it all together. The real reason for their decline. Neanderthals didn't lose because they were stupid or weak. They lost because they couldn't adapt fast enough to a world that was changing beneath their feet. The ultimate lesson of their extinction is this. It's not the strongest or even the most intelligent that survives. It's the most adaptable. And why does any of this matter to you today? Because this lesson isn't ancient history, it's happening right now. Think about the rapid changes we face, accelerating technology, a shifting climate, massive social transformations. The rules of our world are being rewritten just as drastically as they were for the Neanderthals. We are being tested again. Our ability to be flexible, to learn, to collaborate, and to adapt is what will determine our future. The final scientific conclusion is clear and profound. Neanderthals were not a failed other, they were human. They were capable, intelligent, and emotional beings. But evolution is unsentimental. It doesn't reward strength or size for their own sake. It rewards flexibility. It rewards the ability to change. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think adaptability is still our most important trait? Share your ideas in the comments below. And if you want more science that explains who we are and why we survived, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.